Can't fall asleep at night without tumbling around thinking about the one that got left behind? If yes, then congratulations! You are diagnosed with second lead syndrome. Fortunately, you are not alone in this darkness. It is a mutual feeling. Second leads are sometimes just so much more caring, it breaks our heart. So in today's video, let's recount the swooning second leads that, unfortunately, do not get the girls. Number 1. Baek In-ho, Cheese in the Trap. Baek In-ho being cast on the sideline is the biggest question mark in Cheese in the Trap. This infamous drama starts with Hong-sol, a university student on scholarship, who's always taking on jobs to make ends meet. On the other side of the spectrum is Yoo-jung, a high-born senior who is the center of attention for both his wealth and charming personality. Yet he's actually more twisted under such a facade, willing to use people to get his way, and Hong-sol seems to be the only one to notice this. What follows is a series of cat and mouse, unfortunate encounters, sort of villainous but still hot male lead Yoo-jung manipulating everything on the side. Everywhere Hong-sol goes, there's some sort of Yoo-jung-related setup, and at some point, viewers just want to sweep her up and give her a hug. Thankfully, we are graced with the presence of supreme second lead Baek In-ho, who came in like a homeless person, only to later wreck our hearts. Sure, he didn't appear bright and trustworthy at first, but under his scruffy appearance and hot temper lies a good intention to protect Hong-sol from Yoo-jung. And over the course of the series, we can't deny that Sol and In-ho are friendly and have chemistry. Compared to the aloof Jung, who just has way too many personal vendettas to overcome, In-ho is, hands down, a winner. Sadly, K-drama female leads prefer bad boys, and we get to see Jung sorta get the girl. It's physically impossible to get over the caring In-ho, but hey, at least we see him happy and at peace, playing the piano at the end of the series. Number 2. Han Seo-jun, True Beauty. Mullet, chain earrings, and rock boy fashion aside, Han Seo-jun is actually a wholehearted softie that, unfortunately, fell to the curse of the second male lead. The story of True Beauty follows high schooler Lim Joo-kyung, who was mercilessly bullied for being ugly, and finally got the chance to start anew with a transfer of school and the power of makeup. She soon got entangled in a love triangle at the new school, though, between the school's prince/star student Soo-ho and Seo-jun, a bad boy archetype who was once Soo-ho's bestie. Now, while I have nothing against Soo-ho, except a couple of times he got overwhelmingly jealous, it's hard to root for him when Han Seo-jun is right there. Like, sure, Seo-jun likes to play around even in class, drives a motorcycle despite being in school, and even starts a fight with the most popular guy in school in the cafeteria. Not the best role model, but once you get to know him, he just melts our hearts. Despite that, he got little chance. Seo-jun was always ready to care for Joo-young. He always lent her his shoulder, comforted her when she cries, made her smile, and let her lean on him. He's just a sweet friend through and through, loyal to the boot and even sacrificing his happiness to resolve Joo-kyung and Soo-ho's issue. He's also a family guy, sweet to his mother and brother, and hilariously childish, which makes us coo whenever this side of Seo-jun pops up on the screen. So when he's eventually rejected, we can't help but clutch our hearts as he cries it out alone. He also got so much chemistry with the female lead that we just dearly, dearly wish for him to get the girl. Number 3. Yoon Ji-ho, Boys Over Flowers. Bad boys aren't the only guys that give us second lead syndrome, as even good guys, like Boys Over Flowers Ji-ho, ended up alone in the end. Yoon Ji-ho is part of F4, a group of powerful and charming boys in Shinhwa High School. They run the school and attract girls like magnets, with Gu Jun-pyo as the leader. However, things take a turn as the poor yet positive Gum Jun-di enters the school and challenges the authority of the F4. Just from a few glimpses into the drama, Yoon Ji-ho exudes a completely different vibe than other people. Secluded and quiet, he stays away from the noisy crowds of high school students. He finds peace in the place without people, which leads to many surprising encounters with Jun-di. Contrary to other students in the school, he has no interest in running the school or power whatsoever, nor does he join any antics targeting Jun-di. Instead, he gently cares for her, and eventually opens up to her as their friendship grows. He and Jun-di have their share of intimacy and fun, which makes the relationship very cherished and endearing. Not only that, Ji-ho also doesn't back down to show his feelings. He is willing to do so, even if it means provoking the tempered Jun-pyo. Compared to the arrogant, harsh, and kind of a jerk Gu Jun-pyo, Ji-ho is just a way better option. Yet in the end, he still takes a step back, and lets the lovebirds be together. For what it's worth, the time he has with Jeon-di puts a smile back on his face, which is a prize for us audiences already. Although, you know, he kind of deserves better. Number 4. Tae-kwang, School 2015. This time, it's an extremely bitter case of second lead syndrome that happens to be in an extremely bitter drama about bullying, School 2015. This series follows the struggling life of an orphan, Lee Eun-bi, who is ruthlessly bullied and, despite her young age, has to take on multiple jobs just to support herself and those dear to her. Gong Tae-kwang, on the other hand, is a troublemaker. He likes to pull stunts, plays around, and lives carelessly. Nonetheless, a smile is just a mask he slaps on to cover a troubled life at home. Whether a happy-go-lucky or deeply wounded child, though, Tae-kwang has his own side when it comes to Eun-bi, and that is being protective. He is attentive to the smallest details of hers, and will goof around just to put a smile on her face. Being the first one to know about Eun-bi's secret identity swap makes this relationship stronger than ever. And he's not lackluster either. He knows when to get serious when it comes to his love. The chemistry and relationship between Eun-bi and Tae-kwang were just so strong, developing episode by episode as the series went on. Sadly, Tae-kwang just happens to be the second lead, and we still had to witness his painful smile, embracing his unrequited love, as Eun-bi slowly walked away from him for another. Thankfully, Tae-kwang did reconcile with his father, and somewhat soothe the pain in our hearts. But we will never stop being bitter about him not getting the girl. Number 5. Han Woo-tak, While You Were Sleeping. Yes, the male lead of While You Were Sleeping was plenty fine. The series got a good ending. But the second male lead? He was the dream. For this particular series, we are following a group of 3, including field reporter Nam Hong-ju, prosecutor Jung Jae-chan, and of course, police officer Han Woo-tak, who share the ability to see snippets of the future through their interconnected dream. At first, they were all a little confused, but they soon worked together to put the pieces to the puzzle, catching criminals and even saving their own lives in the process. Han Woo-tak, though, he is definitely one fine specimen. A top-notch police officer with an A-level intelligence. He's also bright, friendly, charming, sometimes dorky, and even has a killer body. He's sweet and gentle to boost. And honestly, you can't find a more perfect guy. And like every K-drama out there, as the trio grows closer, Woo-tak also develops feelings for Hong-ju. He can't compete with Hong-ju and Jae-chan's solid relationship, though. And so he didn't. Our endearing police officer decides to keep the feelings to himself and take the back seat to his friends' relationship. While Jae-chan was also a great guy, it's hard to stare at the face of Woo-tak's heartbreak. It didn't help that he had to be so nice about it, even forming stronger bonds with the duo despite it all. So the series ends nicely, that's for sure. But giving us a great second male lead only for him to be alone till the very end just does not sit well, screenwriter. Of course, there are actually way more second leads that deserve a mention, like Han Ji-pyong from Startup, or like Nevertheless's Do-hyuk. Time is limited, however, and the list has to end. But don't hesitate to comment down your second favorite male leads you dearly wish would get the girl. And if you want more videos like this, like, share, and subscribe to bbalidrama. We'll come back soon. See ya!